Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I have some pretty cool theories regarding the two upcoming DLCs that Rockstar have kind of announced. They haven't really formally, they just teased that they were coming soon. We know that one of them is going to be some sort of adventures in finance and felony, and we know another one is going to be revolving around some sort of Cunning Stunts Academy or DLC. And I've got some theories, and they're not crazy too, so we don't even have to put on the tinfoil hat for this one. They're pretty cool regarding maybe some of the features and content that will be inside, and also the release date as well. I've got a pretty cool idea on when we might actually expect them. Okay, so the first theory I have actually has to do with the Cunning Stunts DLC. So Rockstar has once again only teased this in really one photo, and it was like the Maze Bank building, and there was this massive, like, American flag themed tubing that wrapped around it. There were some supercars going through it. It was really cool. It honestly has gotten me so hyped for the potential, not only for Rockstar to create their own races, but for eventually the community to create our own as well. That's some of the best things you can do in Grand Theft Auto Online is playing and creating custom jobs. And you guys may not know this, but scattered around Los Santos, there are billboards for something called the Cunning Stunt Academy. And if you guys don't know what the Cunning Stunt Academy is, it's a parody of, I believe, some television show or some like stunting program that Rockstar are making fun of. There's billboards throughout the game. There's even an in-game advertisement, which I'll show on the screen for you guys right now so you can check it out. And what's interesting about this, and I'm not the only one who shares this opinion, my good friend Crewboss, he actually thinks this as well, but I've had this theory for a while now also. It seems like the Cunning Stunts Academy DLC could be a 4th of July themed based update or an Independence Day update. So I'm sure a lot of you guys are saying, like, what do you mean by that, Mr. Boss the win? Well, the billboards and the TV adverts are all using very festive United States flag colors. In fact, the Cunning Stunts Academy logo itself on the inside of the shield has an American flag. The rest of the colors are red, white, and blue. And obviously, we can see from the very first image that Rockstar showed off that tubing that wraps around the Maze Bank building is very, similar to an American flag style theme. It's got the white stars, it's got blue, it's got red and white, and you'd think that that might represent some sort of Independence Day. Now, obviously, that could be a major coincidence, or that could be the theme of this Cunning Stunts update. And Rockstar for 2014 and 2015 have both launched a Independence-style DLC. I think one of them was like the Independence Day Special. In 2015, they brought back a lot of those items and added a few more bonuses into the game. We obviously got the firework launcher. There was a bunch of other cool stuff that Rockstar allows to kind of take back into the game, like blowing up fireworks on the ground. So here's my theory for the Cunning Stunts DLC. I think that there's a good chance that this could be released at the end of June, maybe towards like the last week or two, and in that update, via the tunable files, it will be packaged with an Independence Day / 4th of July themed DLC. Now, here's the reason I think this, for two reasons. One, everything we've discussed so far with the images and the way it looks like it's an American flag style setting and whatnot. But two, Rockstar have had a very recent history of including DLCs with other content that will be added via tunables. So let's go back to 2014. Remember, with Grand Theft Auto Online Lowriders, Rockstar included the Halloween DLC in that was added via tunable files. In Executives and Other Criminals, Rockstar included the Holiday Christmas DLC content that was the Christmas 2016 DLC. If we go back to January 2016, when Rockstar added the two supercars into Benny's, they also included the Valentine's Day DLC content and that update that was going to be added via tunables. And finally, last but not least, in Lowriders Customs Classics, Rockstar added those 3 vehicles that were released individually via the tunable files as well. So basically, over the past really 9 months, Rockstar have a very sharp history of adding DLCs that have content hidden in them that will be released at a later point via tunables. and it would make sense that they would at least try to package maybe 1 or 2 updates within the Cunning Stunts DLC. So that's my theory as far as the Cunning Stunts update. Do I think that could be correct? I have no clue. And like I said, this isn't too crazy of a tinfoil hat theory, but I think the pieces do kind of add up. And I think that all the American flag and kind of Independence Day themes really are going to lead to something and could possibly equate to that Independence kind of time zone release period. All right, so the next thing I'm talking about was actually found on the next DLC speculation thread on the GTA forum site. So we can actually get some information from what Rockstar did last year when they released Ill-Gotten Gains Part 1 and Ill-Gotten Gains Part 2. Because oddly enough, both of those updates kind of occurred around the same time and both released during the summer. So Rockstar posted the Finance and Felony and the Cunning Stunts article on May 9th. And if we use the timeline reference, we might be able to find out when we could expect either one of these updates. So let's refer to last year when this article was posted right here. I'll have an image on the screen. This is on May 7th, 2015. This was an asked and answer session that Rockstar did on their newswire, where they essentially teased a couple things they were doing, including the first Ill-Gotten Gains DLC with that screenshot. Very similar to the way that Rockstar teased the Finance and Felony and Cunning Stunts DLC. We then received the first announcement about Ill-Gotten Gains Part 1 on June 1st, 2015. So that means it was about 26 days since Rockstar posted the original teaser, and then when we finally got information about Ill-Gotten Gains Part 1. So if the same thing applies this year and Rockstar are going to wait around 25, 26, 27 days, that means we should probably expect and might be getting information on these DLCs sometime around June 2nd, June 3rd, or maybe even June 4th, depending on what day that falls on during that week. And then what was crazy is then just 5 days later on June 5th, 2015, we received another newswire update about Ill-Gotten Gains Part 1 dropping in 5 days. And obviously that means that IGG Part 1 released on June 10th, 2015. And what's even crazier about that is that 20 days later, we receive a newswire that IGG Part 2 is coming next week, followed by the Independence Day update, and that was posted on July 1st, with IGG Part 2 being released on July 8th. So once again, I'm not saying that Rockstar is going to repeat the exact same pattern here and do it almost simultaneously, but if they were to use this as kind of a template, and it is kind of interesting that last year's article was only posted 2 days apart from this year's article, maybe we could see one DLC launching in June and another launching in July. That would be an awesome summer filled with amazing Grand Theft Auto Online content supplied by Rockstar, which I think would be amazing. As I've mentioned before, the summertime is awesome. A lot of people have more free time. They're out of school. They're taking vacations from work. And it's a great time to get some video gaming in. And I think the potential for that would be incredible and it would be pretty awesome. So now let's talk about how Rockstar might go about announcing this sort of information. This comes from FunMW2. He states, if they are planning to announce a new update, then they will do it in the moment when they have submitted a new event week. Now, he states this is, of course, purely speculation, but it's the same way they did it to the locked lowriders. So essentially what FunMW2 is saying is that he doesn't believe there's going to be another separate announcement for this update, and that they're going to either include it in the event week, kind of similar how they did like Saber Turbo Week, Minivan Week, Tornado Week, and it will probably be announced on a Friday according to him. Now, I'm not 100% sure I totally believe that, because Rockstar did announce the information for the new updates coming soon during an event week. So it is possible they can pretty much do whatever they want in terms of when they want to announce something, but I'm really not too sure. We are just going to have to wait, but there is, I guess, in a day or two going to be another announcement, maybe for another event week. So don't freak out if it isn't anything new. I'm guessing that Rockstar is just doing something at their own pace, but it's just pretty interesting the way they're going about these weekly events going on. Do people like them? I'm not sure. I hope we just get more information soon. Okay, and the last thing I want to talk to you guys about today is something purely speculatory on my part, and it has to do with the Adventures in Finance and Felony. We all think there's going to be a new contact added, And I think that this new contact, and many other people do as well, could be Minotaur Finance. Now, if you don't know what Minotaur Finance is, they're a full-service real estate management firm in Grand Theft Auto 5 single player. And on their website, which is minotaurfinance.com, their services include commercial leasing, residential brokerage and sales, back office accounting services, backdoor deals, under the table deals, risk management, making things go away, and rental. So they could be the people helping us out navigating our way through the criminal syndicate underworld of Grand Theft Auto 5. And in story mode, when an income generating property is available to one of the protagonists, every game in week that passes, Minotaur Finance will send you an email about the managed properties, and the generated income is then automatically added to the protagonist's money. But it's still pretty cool, and maybe they could do the same in Grand Theft Auto Online by helping out our characters that way. So once again, that's just a crazy kind of theory I thought up, so hopefully that would be pretty cool if we saw a company like that actually do come into the game. But let me know what you think about everything we touched on in this video. I know it was a lot of crazy stuff, but hopefully you were able to get something out of it. If you did go on to enjoy, a like rating would of course be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With out of the way, guys, like I said, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.